Am I the a-hole for asking mom's boyfriend to stop trying to parent me? Update. Am I the a-hole for giving guardianship of my son to my aunt over my mother after I die of terminal cancer? Am I the a-hole for telling cashier that wasn't the girl's credit card? Am I the a-hole for asking mom's boyfriend to stop trying to parent me? My dad died suddenly about a year ago and my mom found this really nice guy that she started seeing. I'm 23 male and going into my final year of college. My mom's boyfriend has two daughters, ages 15 and 13. My mom has stepped in to be a mother figure to them, and the boyfriend has stepped into my extended family, becoming everyone's favorite uncle. And while I'm glad everyone else is comfortable, I'm not. He isn't a bad guy. I'm just still grieving my father, and it feels like he's trying to replace him. He tries to set rules for me, things like chores and curfew that my dad specifically didn't because he thought they were ridiculous for an adult. Boyfriend thinks it's only fair because I have siblings now. I think it's ridiculous to have the same rules apply because of our age differences. He's trying to get me to share my stuff with his kids. They aren't lacking for anything, but he thinks it's only fair because family. I live in the basement of my mom's house. I have since I was 15. When you come in the front door, there's a door to the basement and two stairs to go into the house, so it's pretty separate. So last night, I was DDing for some friends and got home at 2 a.m. I had nothing to do until 3 p.m. today since classes aren't until next week and my new job starts in 2 weeks. So this has never been a big deal with my parents. I shot my mom a text and went to bed. Tonight though, man, boyfriend flipped. I got a lecture and sent to my room and possible loss of car privileges. I snapped and laid it out for him. I told him I'm leaving the city after I graduate. I told him I'm glad my mom found a new partner, but I am not and will not be looking for a new father figure and he needs to respect that. I told him our relationship would be father-son for some time and that he needs to respect me as an adult or that I won't want to have a relationship with him. He told my family and they think I'm the a-hole. Am I the a-hole? Update. Am I the a-hole for giving guardianship of my son to my aunt over my mother after I die of terminal cancer? First of all, I'd like to say thanks to everyone who gave their suggestions and well wishes. Unfortunately, I didn't get to read everybody's comments as there are too many, but thanks to everyone anyway. Now on to the update. I gave my mother a few days to calm herself down before speaking to her again. She eventually came around. She recognizes that it's not optimal for my son to stay with her and that he would be better with my aunt. She knows that my brother is a slob and is giving him a good kick up the arse to get his life together and shit. I have spoken with a lawyer who has helped me with a lot of things, including getting my son legally adopted by my aunt and her husband. He will be staying with me until I pass. As a lot of you suggested, I made recordings and videos of myself giving him advice for his milestones. For example, when he loses his first tooth, turning the ages 10, 13, 16, 18, 21, his first girlfriend or boyfriend if he likes, I've made a video in case he is in a way LGBT+, leaving secondary school, going uni, getting married, or if he has any kids. There are also things I've put into writing, like how his mother died and that he was supposed to grow up with a twin brother. That also sadly passed. I've also had my lawyer help me set up a little trust to will him £40,000 from my girlfriend's father when he died. She put the money in a joint bank account that I got when she passed, in case he needs help with university or decides to go traveling. All I have to do now is to enjoy the time I have left with him. I've moved my younger brother into my flat so that there will be someone to find me every day for when I go. When I'm gone, I can at least be comforted by the fact that the son I love so much is being taken care of and that I will see the girl I love again and our other angel I never got to meet. Thank you all again. Am I the a-hole for telling cashier that wasn't the girl's credit card? Throw away because husband told me I was TA and want to know before I get home and argue. on phone format is bad. I was in a higher-end department store today, rhymes with looming tales, and happened to end up next to two teenage-age girls while shopping. One of the girls had picked out a pair of very expensive boots and they were both fawning over them. Second girl must have looked at price tag and asks Boots girl if she's really gonna spend that much on boots. Girl with boots says something along the lines of, "It's fine, I have my dad's credit card, I'm not paying," which instantly caught my attention because that's not her card. I've told my son multiple times he's never allowed to use my card, so I'm interested to see how this girl thinks she's going to get away with fraud, but had split up from the girls at this point because they had found something else. We ended up at the same register, me behind, and I see her total hit well over 4 digits. The girl is about to swipe her card when I decide that I can't let her get away with something like this, and someone has to parent this kid if no one else will. I tell cashier that isn't her card but her father's, and I'm not sure she has permission. Girl and friend turn and glare at me, giving me possibly the dirtiest look I've ever seen. I swear this girl was going to throw a tantrum right there. I don't think she was ever told no. Girl tells cashier her father gave her the card to shop with because it's the store's credit card and it gives him the points. Now that I've pointed out it wasn't hers, cashier tells her she can't use that card. Girl tries to show ID to prove they have the same last name. Yeah, that will help. And I tell her it's still fraud. Girl says it's not fraud because she has permission and tells me to mind my own business. I tell her that it is my business, that she's doing something illegal, she needs to pay with her own card or I call the cops. Girl is pissed now and people are glaring at me. She uses her own card and leaves crying. Cashier looks mad at me and I tell my husband when I get home only for him to agree I was in the wrong. So Reddit, am I the a-hole?